Hey guys, Joey. Today I want to show you guys how to cure some dry live Picani rock. I went with this rock because I wanted to change stuff up in my 120 gallon tank. I wasn't happy with the scape overall. I wasn't getting the flow I wanted to for the corals that I wanted to have in there. And overall I think I achieved a lot better of a look with this scape. Something that makes me a lot happier, and when it comes down to it, I'm the one that has to look at this tank every single day, and I get to enjoy it every single day. So you got to do what's going to make you happy. So jumping right into it, you can see part of the scape was already scaped out using some larger chunks, and what I did to get all those pieces to the appropriate size that I wanted is I used a chisel and a hammer. I also used a flathead screwdriver. You can see it there, that green handle in the background. This live rock is super easy to work with, and part of the reason why I wanted to work with it. With the Reef-Saver rock, that man-made stuff, you can't really do any of this with it. You're going to release a whole bunch of crap into the water. And that large Reef-Saver stuff is also super heavy compared to this Picani. This stuff's super light, making it even easier to work with and get in and out of the tank. So this stuff is super easy to work with, and overall I didn't have too many problems. I didn't run into too many issues. Sometimes it took a little bit too much off, but it worked out in the end. So jumping over into this next portion here, you can see I'm using acrylic rods and a drill bit. It's a 1/4 inch acrylic rod, 1/4 inch drill bit. And those acrylic rods, those are really helping for stability and helping me to achieve a lot of the stuff that I achieved with this scape. So I would definitely suggest anyone to use these rods if you have the choice. I'll put a link in the description to where you can get these rods. I just got them off of Amazon. Also for this build, I'm going to be using some Aquaforce Stone Fix. This stuff is super strong and also pretty easy to work with. You can see here I'm just using some cups, and I'm using just a small amount at a time. This stuff sets pretty quick, so it's going to dry real fast in your cup there. The key here is to use just a little at a time, work with what you need for that portion of the scape. And I mixed it to about a peanut butter like consistency. I tried using a putty knife at first. That wasn't working very good, so I just got in there with my hands, and once everything dried up, it was super solid and I didn't have any issues with anything falling apart. Just a reminder that this stuff isn't easy, and if you're going to try doing your aquascape, you should really be taking your time and do everything right the first time, and that's going to lead you to have the best success in the long run. So for curing this rock, I'm going with the BRS approach. What they did is they used about 20 gallons of water to a gallon of bleach. I have a 20-gallon Brute container right here circulating with a pump. Here I have just a regular old Rubbermaid. I'm not sure how many gallons it holds. I'm going to guess it's 20, but it could be less, it could be more. I'm going to be using the bleach right here. I'm going to use a gallon in here as well as a gallon in the other portion. And I didn't have another power head, so this one that I'm pouring into right now isn't going to have a power head in it. However, that doesn't really make too much of a difference, and I figured as long as I have a power head in one of them, I'll be all good. So I let this cure for about a week, and then I rinsed it for about 3 days in just some regular old tap water with some prime in there, and tested it with chlorine strips, and it was all good. Okay guys, so this is what the tank looks like present day. What I did for the process, as part of the process to putting this into the tank as well as curing it, is after I was done rinsing it after a couple days, I only rinsed it for about 3 days. Then I went ahead, I did a partial water change from here into the 20-gallon Brute. I still haven't rinsed it out, cleaned it, it's been a week now. And just put that in there with a couple of Marine Pure Spears from my sump, and I figured that would put a little bit of beneficial bacteria on it. I didn't see anything change in the tank as far as anything bad happen. I stirred up all the sand because I had to move it all over the place. No ammonia spikes, nothing like that. I have a Marine Pure block in the sump as well as some spears. Overall, I'm really happy with it. It really achieved what I was looking for. The tank looks way more open. You can see the fish a lot better. The fish are even acting a lot different in this scape as far as coming out more, being more active. Someone keeps knocking over my frag rack here, and the gobies actually keep burying this rock right here. This has a whole chunk that comes out right here, but the gobies decide they want to keep burying it. I've added a couple more corals since you guys have last seen. I've added a gold torch over here. This camera never picks it up appropriately, but I promise it's gold. Plus I have it, the white's on right now. I also added this awesome frog spawn. There is the fox face. He's finally not shy anymore, which is awesome. And then I added this little island right here. This wasn't part of the scape originally. The fox face will get out of the way. I added this island with some zoas that I had from the old scape. So I'm just going to let the zoas completely take over that and just let it be what it's going to be. Another important thing, guys, is I just wanted to mention that it's been a week now in the tank, this new rock, and I haven't seen any algae bloom at all. So I'm going to assume that means that the curing worked. However, it's going to be determined. We'll see what happens a month, 3 months, 6 months down the road, and I'll keep you guys updated. Overall though, I really enjoy this escape a lot better. It's going to give me just a lot more options for what I want to do. The flow is a lot better, so the Euphyllia isn't getting killed as much as it was before. And if you're thinking about doing a rescape, I would highly suggest it. You got to do what's going to make you happy in the end, and you're the one who has to look at this tank every single day. And it really feels almost like you've got a brand new tank. So if you guys have any questions, if I missed any details you want, just leave me a comment. Be sure to follow me on Instagram. I posted a whole bunch of stuff about this process on Instagram, so you could get little sneak peeks. And I'll see you guys in the next one.